Hello, hello everyone. I am Sumana. Today I am going to discuss about our team project, that is the unsupervised learning process, the topic of the Netflix movies and TV shows clustering. Okay, meet my team member Rishi, myself Sumana, Jitendra, Ankit and Mike. Okay, before going to further discuss, I have to clear what is the clustering. Clustering allows us to explore and understand the underlying data. Underlying means hidden characters or patterns or structure are present in a data set. By grouping similar data point together, we can gain insight into the inherent relationship and dependencies among the data. So, for that we are using clustering. It is the project summary. Basically, the intention of the project is to apply clustering technique to a data set of Netflix movies and TV shows in order to improve the user experience and content recommendation. The project will involve the following steps. Number one is the export the data. It will include in our data set what kind of columns are present in the data set and what is the effect of this column in the clustering. Next is the data wrangling or and data pre-processing. It will involve the identify the any missing value, any null value, any duplicate values is having or not in that column. And if it is present, then handling on that. Next is the visualization. Visualize the data graphically to get the insight that will be easy to understand. Next is the feature selection. In the feature selections, combining all the clustering attributes like genre and cast, director, country, district, name, description into a single column, and we are named it clustering. And applying PCA to reduce the dimensionality of the data set of the Netflix shows and movies. Next is the ML model implementation. In the applying various the ML model implementation, we are applying clustering algo like K means clustering. In this silhouette score and the elbow method are also involved. Next is the recommendation. It's a type of a information filtering system of that suggest item to user based on their preference and past experience. And the last is the content based filtering. In this, we check the cosine similarity between the feature vector of the items. Okay. Now coming to the data. Okay. First, if we are going to starting any project, we have to import some important libraries for smooth running of our entire process. So, like NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, Matplotlib, Plotly, like libraries, and also for PC, we are import from sklearn decomposition into PC like that. Next is the dataset loading, and for that we have to mount our Google Drive first. Next, we are loading our dataset by pd.pip.csv, and we are giving a we store it in a variable, store it in a name of Netflix movies one. Next, we are checking the dataset first too by using .head, and from that we can see that first elements of the data set. Next, for checking the last element of the data set, we are using .tail function .tail, and next for checking any of unique values of the title columns, we are using Netflix movies one title dot value count, and here from that we can see that unique values of the title columns. Next, we checking the number of rows and columns are present in the data set, and we checked by dot save, and from that we can see that 7,787 rows are present in the data set and 12 columns are there. The 12 columns are source ID, type, title, director, cast, country, like that, and to check that column we use Netflix movies dot columns. Okay. To get the information about our data set Netflix movies, we use .info, and from that we can get the data type also, data type of that column also. Next, if any duplicate values are present or not, we checking that by dot duplicate dot sum, and from that we get that there is no duplicate value present in that columns. Okay, now we are checking the missing values or null values of the columns, and by using dot isNull dot sum, and from that we can see that directors columns having 2389 null values, cast also having 780 null values, country also having 507 null values, date added also 10 null values or missing values are present, sorry, null values are present, and the and rating also having 7 number of null values. So total number of null values is 3631. We are filled that null values of the cast column by no cast, and we are filled that null values of country column by 0. Okay, now we are checking again the shape of the data set of Netflix movies 1, and from that we can see that 7,787 rows are there. Okay, so there are no change in our data set. Now to understanding, so to understand, now it's the time for understanding our variable, and for that we are calling again that columns, and next we are to get the description about our Netflix movies 1 data set, we are using dot describe, and from that we can count unique, top, frequency, mean, standard deviation, minimum values, first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, maximum values of each column we can get. And next, here is the our variable description, that is the our clustering attribute description or the column description. So what I details about it. So it tells about unique ID for every movie or TV show. Type is the identifier, that is the movie or TV show. Title of the movie or TV show, like director of the movie, cast, actor involved in the movie, also country where the movie or show was produced, date it was added on Netflix, release year, actual release year of the movie or show, rating, TV rating of movie or show, like that. Duration, listed in means genre, description, like that. Columns are having, and we are checking the unique values of each variable by using a lambda function here, and we check the all unique values of these 12 columns. Next, we create a new features to store date, day and month and year separately. For that, we first convert date added to date, date time, and year also, month also, like that. And from this manipulation we get the insight that director, there are missing values in the director, country also having some missing value, and we are replaced in, we are filled in by 0 country, and cast also having some missing values, and we are filled into no cast, like that. And there are missing values in the detailed column also, and duplicated entries have been identified in the data set, and some is 0, and unique values also in each column has to find unique item from the different columns. In summary, the data set contains missing values in the director, country, cast, and date added column. The missing values in the cast column have been filled with no cast, and the missing value in the country column have been filled with a 0. Next is the time for data visualization, and first chart we have made the a pie chart or donut chart, and from the pie chart or donut chart we can see that what kind of type of content are present in the data set, and from that pie chart you can see the 69.1% are movie type data, and 30.9% are the TV source. So why we pick that specific chart, that means pie chart? I pick this chart because it is effective in visualizing the distribution of categorical data. In this case, the chart is used to represent the type of content watched on Netflix, which are categories, TV shows and movies. Okay. Next, this chart having any business impact? The data indicate a clear preference for TV shows over movies, with a significantly higher percentage of 69.1% compared to the lower percent of 30.9% of movies. This suggests that people tend to enjoy shorter format like TV shows rather than investing their time in longer movie that may be less engaging. Next is the chart 2, and in the chart 2 we are create a sorry we are create a line chart, and in the line chart content added over the years you can see count versus count, and from this chart we can see that the trend in the visualization indicating that between 2008 to 2022, and there were relatively fewer TV shows and movies added to the Netflix. However, starting from 2016, there was a slight increase in the content addition in 2019, and there was a significant peak in the number of movies added, while TV shows experienced a similar trend, but with a lesser increase compared to the movies. Will the gained insight help creating a positive business impact? Are there any insights that lead to negative growth? Justify the specific reasoning. The gained insight will indicate a positive impact for Netflix as the demand for both TV shows and movies on the platform has been increasing rapidly over the years. This growth presents an opportunity for Netflix to provide more high quality content to its users, thereby enhancing user satisfaction and engagement. Next is the chart 3. In the chart 3, we are create a bar chart between the month and the count, and the bar chart is why we pick the bar chart. The bar chart is suitable for comparing and displaying categorical data, that is month and their corresponding count. The chart helps in understanding the distribution of content addition across different months and identifying any pattern or trends. From this chart we can see that 12 month, that is the December month, having highest, that is the number of 833 count, because during the month of October to December there is a noticeable surge in the number of TV shows and movies being released on the Netflix platform. The month of October to December are known for having various holidays and celebrations such as Halloween, Diwali, Thanksgiving and Christmas, which often result in people spending more time at home and seeking entertainment options. So, will the gain insight help creating a positive business impact? The gain insight regarding the increase in TV shows and movies on the Netflix platform during the month of October to December can potentially create a positive business impact here few reasons because of number of meeting seasonal demand and the retaining existing subscribers and attracting new subscribers. Now coming to the chart 4. Chart 4 also a bar plot, and we are trying to relate relationship between the month added and the count versus in the case of type. And by using a count plot, we can easily see and compare the frequencies of TV shows and movie additions for each month. And here you can see from that graph that in the month of January, the movies are most added, but in the case of 12 and and the October also movies added are most, and TV shows are mostly average. January, October, and December appears to be trending month for movie additions on Netflix compared to the others month. And TV show October, November, December emerge as the trending month for TV show additions on Netflix compared to the others month. Will the gained insight help creating a positive business impact? And the gained insight regarding the trending months for movies and TV shows on Netflix can potentially create a positive business impact because of meeting viewer demand, capitalizing on seasonal trends and improved competitiveness. Now we are plotting a distribution plot with formal distribution for movies and TV shows, and from that this plot is suitable because we have picked that this plot is suitable choice for this analysis because it allows us to observe the frequency or count of movies falling into different duration range. What's the inside count from the chart? The average length of the movie and TV show falling within the range of 50 to 150 minute can vary depending on the specific content available on the Netflix. Will the gain insight help creating a positive business impact? Yes, it's create a positive business impact because number one is the audience flexibility, then second is the increased engagement, and third one is the content diversity. Okay, now we are distributions of TV show duration, and from the distribution of this TV show duration, we can check this chart and the which type of bar in chart that shows the frequency of count of each category in a categorical variable. It seems to be used to display the distribution of TV show region. And what are the insight found from the chart? From the chart, we observe that the majority of the TV show, you can see majority of the TV show or web series in the database have only one season, while the remaining shows have a maximum of 2, 3, 4, and 5 seasons. And will the gain insight help in creating a positive business impact? Yes, positive business impact it will create because by recognizing that the majority of TV shows have a limited number of seasons, content producers and streaming platform can optimize their production planning. They can allocate resource more efficiently, reduce production cost, and potentially increase the output of content. Next is the chart 6. In the chart 6, we are visualize between the original versus others. The pie plot is suitable choice for visualizing the distribution of categorical data, such as the proportion of original and the others case. It allows you to see the relative size of each category as proportion of the whole. You can see others are 69.98% and the original is only 30.02%. That means out of the movies available on Netflix, 30% are Netflix original, while the remaining 70% are movies that were released earlier through different distribution channel or subsequently added to the Netflix. Okay, now will the gain insight help creating a positive business impact? Yes, gaining insight can indeed help create a positive business impact by understanding the distribution of movies on Netflix, such as the proportion of Netflix original versus non-original. The streaming service can make informed decision about content acquisition and production. Now is the cast. Now we are sorry. Now we are plotting a horizontal bar chart between the top 10 TV shows actor and top 10 movie shows actor and their count. And from this chart, we see that in the case of top 10 TV shows, the Takahiro Sakurai is the most popular actor, and in case of movie actor, the Shahrukh Khan and the Anupam Kher is the most famous actor, most popular actor. And why we pick the horizontal bar chart? The horizontal orientation of the curves allows for easier reading and comparison of the values. The length of each bar represents the number of TV shows or movie and actor as appeared in. The chart also includes title and is divided into two subplots, making it clear and that one subplot represents the TV shows and another is the movie. And in the TV show category, the actor with the highest actor is the Takahiro Sakurai, and the movie category, the actor is the highest is the Anupam Kher. Next, we are coming to the chart 8. In the chart 8, we are plotting the again 5 plot, and we are trying to try to visualize between different genre of the top 10 genre of the Netflix, and from this pie chart we can see that standby comedy have 13.9% taking 13.9%, where documentaries are 14.4% like that, and kids TV also taking place 8.85%. Why we pick that pie chart? Because the pie charts are for allow the viewer to quickly compare the size of different genre by observing relative areas of the slices. And what are the insight from that chart? In this chart, the top three genre on Netflix based on their distribution are documentary that is the 14.4%, stand-up comedy that is the 13.9%, and the drama and the international medias 3.8%. See, these genre have the highest percentage compared to the other genre included in the top 10 list. Yes, it will gain the positive impact, and by from analyzing the distribution of genre on Netflix can potentially help create a positive impact in several ways like content creation and the targeted acquisition and production and personalized recommendation. Now we are plotting against a pie plot between the top 10 countries and their content they provided, and you can see from this pie chart that action and adventure and dramas are the most prevalent genre across all the countries. You can see. And the India has a significant focus on the independent movies and dramas, with relatively fewer occurring in the other genre. The United Kingdom has a good balance between the drama, international TV shows, and documentaries. And Australia's content offering is diverse, with a relatively balanced distribution across various genres such as dramas, comedies, international TV shows, and documentaries. Will the gain insight help creating a positive business impact? Yes, the gained insight can potentially help create a positive business impact in the following ways. Targeted content strategy. By understanding the genre preference in different countries, business can develop a target content strategy that align with the interest of their target audience. And the market expansion. What is market expansion? The insight can help business identify countries where their content genre are highly popular, and content localization. Understanding the genre preference in different countries can aid in content localization effort. Adapting content to suit the local preference can increase its appeal and viewership, potentially leading to business growth. Next, coming to the chart 10. In the chart 10, we are again created this plot between the release year and the count, and the distribution, that is the distribution by release year, and the movie TV shows released in top 10 years. From this, you can see in the month of 2017, the movies are released most, and the 2020 TV shows are released most. And why did you pick specific chart? Because we have picked this specific chart because of the chosen chart combination of a histogram and a group bar plot allow for both univariate and bivariate analysis. Univariate means one variable are only compared here by this plot, and bivariate means here we are compare with movie and TV show released in the top 15 years. Okay, the histogram provides an overview of the distribution of movie release year, while the barcode allow for a comparison of the number of movies and TV shows released in the top 15 years. And what is the insight found from the chart? The distribution of release year in the histogram shows a general trend of movie being released on Netflix starting from around 1980. The number of release gradually increases, and with significant growth observed from the year 2000 onwards. The highest peak is the distribution of in the 2010 and 2020, indicating a high number of movie or TV shows released during that period. In the term of content type, that is movie and TV shows, the bar graph highlights that 2017 and 2020 demonstrate the highest trend, and this year exists a significant number of movie release. Will the gain insight help creating a positive business that yes, the gained insight can help create a positive business impact by understanding the distribution of this year and underlining the trends. Business can make informed decisions regarding content production and the market strategies. Now, next year, we are coming to chart 11. In the chart 11, we are plot the competition between the rating and the count. In the rating, there are some variables are present. That is the TV world. What is TV world? This rating means that the content is appropriate for all children. It is aimed at children aged from 2 to 6 and may include educational programming. And TV, what is stand by TV Y7? This rating means that the content is appropriate for children aged 7 and up. It may contain mild violence and comic message or scary content that may not be suitable for younger children. And TV Y7 to FP, this rating means the content is appropriate for children aged 7 and up but may contain more intense violence. There is the FB stands for fantasy violence, and next is the TVG. This rating means that the content is appropriate for all age. And TVPG means the parental guidance is suggested, and TV14 means it's rating that the content is appropriate for viewer age 14 and up. And TVM, this rating means the content is intended for mature audience only. And this rating means the content is appropriate for all age and it's family friendly content. And PG means this rating means that parental guidance is suggested. The content may include mild violence, language, or sadistic themes. And PG-13 means this rating means the content is appropriate for teenagers and 13 and up ages. And R means the content is intended for adult. And NC-17, this rating means the content is intended for mature audience only and may contain explicit sexual content or violence. This is not suitable for minor. And inner means that no rating has been assigned yet or that the content is not rated by the particular board. Again, so we are compared by that various type of rating given by the user based on the TV movies and the TV source. And here you can see the TV AMA category is the most in the univariate case, and the bivariate chart, that is the TV and the movie are compared compared with one plot in a one plot. You can see in the TV AMA the movies are most recommended, most rated by the user. Next is the chart 12. In the chart 12, for we are checking, we are comparing the various countries from where the movies and TVs are seen and they are they are giving rating. For that, we are create a map, and for that we have to input some libraries like Folium. Next is the number chart 13 visualization of chart 13. In the chart 13, we create a relationship between the top 25 director with the highest number of movies and TV shows. And from here, you can see that Roll Compass Jan Suter having 18 counts, like David Dhawan having 9. And why we pick that specific chart? Because the chosen chart effectively present the data in an intuitive and the visually appealing manner, allowing viewer to easily identify the most contributions on Netflix. And from this chart, we will get the insight that the director Roll Campos and John Suter have the highest count in terms of overall movies and TV shows on Netflix. Okay, next we are coming to the chart 14. In the chart 14, we are comparing the listed in we are working with the listed in column, and for the unique for to check unique value, we are using dot value counts, and the first 25 rows we have to check. So we are using dot here 25. So we can see from here that documentaries like categories are having 334 numbers count, and stand-up committee also having 321, like that. And we are plotting it via plotting it, and from that you can see the documentary is most, and we are averaging it by creating a horizontal line here. We are choose that chart effectively present the data allowing keyword to easily compare the average count of different genres. And the average count of genre is the top 10 categories lies between 200 to 250. You can see 200 to 350. The genre with the highest count among all the genre is the documentaries with a count of 334. Now, next is the correlation heat map. From the correlation heat map, you can see that here we are correlate between the number of countries between the category of the viewer, like kids, other kids, teenager or adult, and you can see from the state, from the country of United States, the adult are most involved in the case of Netflix. There is a 47%, but in the case of India, the teenagers are mostly involved in the Netflix, like that. Next is the again a correlation heat map, and here correlate between the again the number of genre. Genre means number of categories between the categories of the our TV show contents or the movies content, and our audience. From that, you can see that stand-up comedy and adults are having 89% correlated, and kids TV and kids are also having 57% correlated, like that. Now we create a funnel plot to check the from which country the number of top 10 countries by number of movies. That means from which country the number of movies are mostly sold. And from here you can see the United States 3062, India also having 923 count of, like that. Okay. Next, coming to the hypothesis testing. In the hypothesis testing, we are again check our head of our data set, and okay. And with respect to each rating, assign it into group of categories. We are convert with TVPG means older kids, TVM means adults. We are converting it like that. Sorry, on convert, not converting. We are giving key and value of this. And next, in the next Netflix hypothesis, target age. This is the target age, rating is, sorry, and target is, and the Netflix movies rating. We are replace rating ages. Okay. Let's see the unique target ages now. So you can see that unique value is adult, teenager, teens, and older kids are none as present in the target age column of the Netflix hypothesis. Okay. Next, we are grouped by between the target age and the duration. You can see the kids are target kids, and the kids are the 15 adults, and the durations what times are being involved in the Netflix. And we check the T distribution value, and based on the chart experiment, we find two hypothesis statement from the data set. In the next two questions, perform hypothesis testing to obtain the final conclusion about the statement through the code and statistical testing. And so answer is A0 means the null hypothesis. Movies rated for kids and older kids at least 2 hours long, and Alternative hypothesis: the movies rated for kids and other kids are not at least 2 hours long. So for that we are check the t distribution, and the t distribution values in this we can the minus 1.9620 to plus 1.96. So t value is not in the range, the null hypothesis is rejected, and as a result the movies rated for kids and other kids are not at least 2 hours long. And further hypothesis testing 2 is coming and state that research hypothesis and null hypothesis because the H0 the duration which is more than 90 minutes are movies, and the duration which is more than 90 minutes are not movies. Okay, now again we are checking and we are copy that Netflix movies on data into the Netflix hypothesis, and we have checked the head of it. Okay, and from duration feature extraction string part, and after extracting changing the object type to numeric, and we are again check the next Netflix hypothesis. Okay, next we are from the type column of the Netflix hypothesis we are categories, that is movie and TV source. From this we can get that T distribution, and here also having T distribution lies between minus 1.96 to 1.96. And because the T value is not in the range, the null hypothesis is rejected. As a result, the duration which is more than 90 minutes are movies. Next, coming to the feature engineering and data pre-processing. In the feature engineering part, we are making a single column of clustering, and by adding the like attribute clustering attribute like director, cast, country is listed in a description, and to check the first 25 rows of the clustering, we are calling it here. Okay, now time is for textual data pre-processing. In the textual data pre-processing, we are remove the stop word, white spaces, punctuation, and like that. For that, we are import NLTK, RE libraries. And you can see from convert text to lowercase, we are using text to dot lower, and we are remove URL also, and we are tokenize like we did the text pre-processing. Next, coming to the text vectorization. For that, we are use TF-IDF comment vector, that is the term frequency, that is TF, and the inverse document frequency, that is the IDF. Term frequency, this metric measure the frequency of a term in a document. It assumes that the more often a term appears in a document, the more relevant is to that of the document. It is calculated using the formula. Okay. Next, we are checking the bag of words and t vectorizer, and we are x equal to t vectorizer of t transform bag of words, and we uh, checking the shape, that is the 7,787 cells, and this much of columns are present in here. Okay, now for dimensional reduction, we apply PCA. PCA to reduce the dimensionality of a data set. PCA identify the reductions along which the data varies the most. So we are applying the PCA. And from this chart, you can see the number of components and the cumulative expense variance. The plot helps in determining the number of components to consider for dimensionality reduction. And from this, you can select the number of components where the cumulative expense variance reaches satisfactory threshold, such as 95%. And here you can see between 5,000 to 6,000. Between the mid of the 5,000 and 6,000, this car meets the 95%. So we are we are again check the shape of the X transform, and you can see from 20,000 we get the 5,653 columns. And now it's time for embedding model implementation. For that, we are using K-means algorithm, algo, and we are we are checking the Silhouette score, and here you can see that 5 In the 5 is the sealer score. The plot will also indicate the elbow point also. Elbow point means where the first turn is coming in the curve or line. And so this is called the elbow point, and which represent the recommended number of clusters based on the selected metric using the elbow plot with the optimal number of 5 clusters. So we have to make the 5 cluster. Okay, now we are checking the zero to coefficient value also, and for zero coefficient value for 2 centers and 3 centers and the 4 centers, also 5 centers. 6 center, 7 center, 8 center, 9 center, 10 center, 11, 12, 13, 14, like that. Now we are checking that between 5 to 7.5 the elbow point is coming. So we we initialize the k-means model with 15 clusters. We are feed that and plot the result and see here is the clustering. Different color are showing different categories here. So two clusters to make the cluster we are using different colors here. So here 15 colors are present. You can see 0 to 50, 0 to 40. So we are so you can see that dual having a 1299 number of clusters like that. So you have to if we have to check which cluster having what kind of values and what kind of genre, what kind of category, what kind of country. So you can make word cloud, and in the word cloud if you put the number of cloud sorry clustering number, you can see. So we here we put the nine. So in here you can see the type. So TV and so source TV and movie, uh, which is the most bigger in size. That is the most in the most present in that workload in that cluster. And we are in the same way we are checking the category also. You can see the age category. You can see the what kind of genre are you using. Okay. Cluster 9, so we conclude that cluster 9 in dataset contains total up to 32 words. The most frequently occurring word in the cluster as follows. In the type, movies and TV shows, title, Broadway, The Mustard, Christmas, Friends, Orchestra, country, United Kingdom, Argentina, United States, and India. Rating, TVMA and PGTV. Listed in dramas, international musical dramas, musical documentaries, comedies international, and the description, documentary music, one, bad, two, and love are present. In the same way, we are checking the workload of clustering 11. In the see, you can see the here only movies are most coming in the category, and so you can see here having some comedy, stand-up, standby comedy is the most coming. So from cluster 11 in a data set contain a total of 14 words. The most frequently occurring words in the cluster as follows. That is the type. In the case of type, movies and TV shows are coming most, and title, special America, time, life, comedy, Netflix, alive, Martinez coming most. Country. In the country, United States, Brazil, Mexico, Italy is coming most. In the rating, TVMA, TV, PGs are coming most. Listed in TV comedies, comedy stand, talk shows are coming most. In the description, stand comedy, comedy. Take live, 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 and share stories are coming most. Now it's time for recommendation system. What is the recommendation system? A recommender system is a type of information filtering system that suggests items to user based on their preference, interest, or past behavior. It is commonly used in various appliances such as an e-commerce website, streaming platform like Netflix, social media like Facebook, and the more. The goal of a recommender system is to provide personalized recommendations that are relevant and help to the individual user. What is content-based filtering? And this approach recommended items similar to the ones a user has liked or interacted within the past. So we are creating a content-based recommendation system. For that, we are checking the cosine similarity between that attributes. So we can conclude that it is interesting to note that majority of the content available on Netflix consists of movies. However, in recent years, the platform has been focusing more on TV shows. Number two is the most of these shows are released either at the end of beginning of the year or either at the end or the beginning of the year. Number three is that the United States and the India are among the top five countries that produces all of the available content on the platform. Additionally, out of the top 10 actors with the maximum content, six of them are from India. Number four is the when it comes to content rating, TVMA tops the chart, indicating that mature content is most popular in the not Netflix. Number five is that the value of K15 was found to optimal for clustering the data, and it was used to group the content into 10 distinct clusters. Number six, using the data content-based recommender system was created using cosine similarity, which provide recommendation for movies and TV shows. And our future work is to deploy uh, deploy the deploy on the web for widespread usage of this system. Okay, thank you for visiting.